is the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Here. Councilman Jackson.
Here.
Councilman Lankowski.
Here.
Councilman Morrison.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton. Here. Council President Randolph Sharp. Here. Mayor Roach.
Here. First up, resolution 2025-76. Oh, I'm sorry, 2025-77.
Peter Pullella. Whereas in 1974, Peter Pullella began working in summers at his parents' pizzeria on the Wildwood Boardwalk, where he learned a lot about hard work, sacrifice, and running a business. And whereas in 1985, after years of working at his parents' pizzeria, Peter Pullella decided to turn into his own pizza shop and purchased a vacant building in Lindenwold, located at 2 North Berlin Road. And whereas the property was uninhabitable with a dilapidated interior, and the entire exterior of the building overgrown with trees and grass. And whereas Peter worked tirelessly renovating his newly purchased building, which took him a year to complete. And whereas in 1986, Pullalla's Pizza Parlor opened its doors, and it became a mainstay at 2 North Berlin Road for 38 years, where it was a gathering place, one where many made memories over the years. And whereas Pullalla's Pizza Parlor closed their doors on December 31st, 2024, due to Peter Pullalla's health. And now therefore, be resolved by the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Lindenwold, which is to recognize and honor Pullalla's Pizza Parlor and the late Peter Pullella, a dedicated and valued business owner who served this community for over 38 years. Through his hard work, unwavering commitment, and contributions, Peter Pullella not only built a successful business, but also became a cornerstone of the local community. Now, be it further resolved that Peter's generosity and spirit of giving back have positively impacted the lives of countless residents. In memory of his remarkable legacy, the Borough of Lindenwold proclaims June 28, 2025 as Peter Pullella Day.
Entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this time, we have a proclamation to present to the family. Council President, want to join me?
Yes.
The resolution is part of this, but there's a couple of other lines on the bottom of this. It says this day will be attributed to his dedication to the town and his lasting impact on both businesses and the hearts of Lindenwold residents. By the Mayor and Borough Council, we honor Peter Pullella for remember the ending legacy of Pullalla's Pizza Parlor in Lindenwold. And it's dated 12/25. And we'd like to present to you. And I'd also like to say thank you for all of the years that he helped us. He gave back to the community. Every movie that we had pizzas at, that he had delivered to us, everything that he town, and every single one of us who knew him was, yes, we do miss it. Chocolate chip cookies were incredible. But we're presenting this to you. We also, if there's anybody here who would like to say words for Pete and his restaurant, you can come up now and please say it to the family. But,
I just want to thank everybody for the support that Lindenwold gave us for this whole thing. It was a shock for our family. And I know it's a shock for the community, but the outpour of love and support that he gave us we'll never forget.
it was all him.
Yeah, he gave back and let us feel the love, and we did feel it at a time that we needed that support, and we were very grateful for all of that.
I think everybody here feels the same way. I learned the fire department was supposed to be here, but they had a walkthrough going through of the new elementary school and on their meeting night, and I apologize for them not being here, but they wanted to come and they wanted to say thank you because they helped.
They were like a
business.
family to us too. I mean, this whole community. Back there, they were there every day. And the love is that we felt throughout this whole thing.
So Lena, Pete and I had something in common. My mother's family was from Wildwood.
But
And so I spent the summers in Wildwood every year. And he and I would talk about old Wildwood.
we love.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. That was like one of our things to talk about all the time, was old Wildwood.
His whole family was very hard workers and his work ethic was incredible. And he was hardly ever sick, you know, and he did build up he gave it 100%. Like when he made that pizza and anything he made, it was.
You could taste the love in it. You could taste it.
And he had pride when he did it. It's very good man.
Well, thank you for feeding my family for almost 28 years.
Yes, I will thank
I
you for
appreciate
supporting
it.
us, because you supported us through everything,
Ours are at least 30 years.
you know. We thank you for that.
Anyone else want to say anything? Well, then we thank you for coming.
And I thank Roger for putting this all together, and Brenda,
Thank you.
and Brenda, you know, for even doing any of this. You know, I'm sure Pete's looking down and has a big smile on his face. I know he does.
Sir, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you, guys. We'll see. Yeah, thank you for the- Well, you gotta give me your number. You wanna buy a building? Let me know.
Next up, approval of minutes, council meeting January 8th and council meeting February 12th. Entertained motion, please.
So moved.
And second,
Second.
questions? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess,
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski,
Yes.
Councilman Jackson,
Yes.
Councilman Marcy,
Yes.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Patton,
Yes.
Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Entertained motion, payment bills, please.
Thank you, members of the bills and properly ordered and signed, be approved for payment.
And second, please. Questions? Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess,
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski,
Yes.
Councilman Jackson,
Yes.
Councilman Marcy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton,
Yes.
Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Following reports have been filed and are available in their respective offices for review and will be included in the minutes. The tax collector report for February, the sewer report for February 2025, the treasurer's report for February 2025, and the engineer's report for 2025. Next up, first reading ordinance 2025 amendment schedule fees, chapter 150, article 1, 150-2, document records and reports. Entertained motion, please.
Motion, for first reading ordinance 2025-02 be adopted as read on first reading, published according to law, and posted in the Borough Hall, the second reading being held on our next regular scheduled meeting.
And a second, please.
Second.
Questions? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess,
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski,
Yes.
Councilman Jackson,
Yes.
Councilman Marcy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton, yes, Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Second reading ordinance 2025-01, Georgetown Title 39. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding second reading of ordinance 2025-01. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion for second reading ordinance 2025-01 be adopted as read on second reading and published according to law.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Councilwoman Hess,
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski,
Yes.
Councilman Jackson,
Yes.
Councilman Marcy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton,
Yes.
Council President Sharp.
Yes.
Next, consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be enacted upon by one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion of these items, the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 2025-78 through 82.
Make a motion for resolution items 2025-78 through 2025-82.
And second, please.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Marcy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Next, resolution 2025-83. Councilman.
Authorization hiring Andrew Miskel as a full-time laborer and Dominic Sun as a full-time church.
Entertain a motion.
I make a motion, 2025, 83, for the hiring of the public works, full-time public work workers.
And a second, please.
Second.
Questions?
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Marcy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
This time, we're opening it to council. Councilman Morrison.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I go into the Fire Commission report, I'd like to talk about the South Jersey Land and Water Trust. They're a nonprofit conservation organization. They work to protect and preserve land and water resources by preserving open space and farmland, hosting educational workshops, and many other activities. The reason I'm talking about them is that they're sponsoring 2 community cleanups in the coming weeks in town. On Saturday, March 29th at Lake Worth. April 5th, Saturday at Kirkwood Lake from 10 a.m. both of them from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. My wife and I have attended a number of their cleanups in the past, besides picking up a lot of routine trash, things like little wheel tires, hubcaps, shopping carts, bicycles have all been picked up in the past. We're also running, it's not in town, but we're also running a Newberry Hill cleanup on March 15th. Anyone who's interested should contact Michael Hogan at hoganphoto@verizon.net and have contact information. Also, the Camden County Board of Commissioners is sponsoring a luncheon to call Empowering Veterans and Their Support System. This is Sunday, March 23rd, 12 to 3 at Collinswood Ballroom on White Horse Pike. And basically, it's not just for veterans only, but it's anybody involved with their support, helping support them in their life. There will be a lunch, there'll be different resources available to the veterans and family members, panel discussions and more. Again, it's Sunday the 23rd. As far as the Fire Commission goes, they had 2 meetings since we last met. A regular monthly commission meeting in February, and a reorganization meeting held on March 4th. The next public meeting will be next week on March 17th at 7:30 p.m. held at 801 Scott Avenue, which is 4th and Scott Fire Station. There were 35 inspections completed, 18 re-inspections completed. 2 new members were sworn in, Osmond Hernandez Acosta and Kevin Adams. Also, Kevin Adams completed Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2 training at Camden County Fire Academy. Firefighter Marlon Reyes completed Firefighter 1, and Firefighter Cooper Wells is currently attending the academy. Several firefighters were recognized at the reorganization meeting. 5 years of service, John Wilson. 10 years of service, Richard Rose III, Sean Pollifrom. Life membership was awarded to Ken Smith and Jamie Cardella. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. The award for past president of the Relief Association was given to Frank Wendell. Firefighter of the Year was issued to Craig Wells. Officer of the Year to Stephen Burns. I'd like to thank all our award winners and somebody who knows they often enough to all of our police and firemen and all our public service. Thank you for all the work you do in the community. As far as the firehouse project goes, bids were due yesterday, March March 11th. Winning bid will be awarded at the next regular commission meeting on the 17th. 3 smoke alarms are available for resident homeowners. Just call the office at 856-346-0935 to make an appointment for installation. The Fire Commission is working on a grant to help pay for new radios. And there is a new fire code regulation which deals with combustible landscaping materials, using them within 18 inches of the building. It applies to commercial buildings and rental properties. It's effective April 15th. And details are listed on the fire department's Facebook page, or you can call the fire prevention office. That's all I've got for you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Henry.
Thank you, Mayor. First up, Lindenwold Library. We have 2024 IRS 1040 and 1040 SR tax forms, instruction booklets available at the library in English and in Spanish. On March 18th, there will be a resume workshop by the Center for Family Services. We'll be hosting it, free templates, anything to do with doing a resume, they'll be there to help teach you how to do a resume. March 27th is Children's Craft and Nutrition Program. That's bring the children and learn about nutrition, so the kids can learn about the nutrition, what they eat, what it does to their bodies. On April 9th through April 12th is Friends of the Library book sale. April 17th is Children's Easter Craft, which is up to age 12. You need to sign up in the library for all their crafts. April 26th is Library Cleanup. Come out and help clean up the library for spring. Memorial Day is May 26th at 9 a.m. at the park. Public Works for February. Both items picked up 192, scrap metal picked up 33, concrete 2, no stumps or logs, and no property maintenance. Service calls 49, stoppages 34, main stoppages 9. Emergency call-outs 25, mark-outs 15, pump station repairs 10, areas J 2, pump stations factor 2. For Laurel Springs, there was 4 service calls, 4 stoppages, and 3 emergency calls. For our police department, for February, total call service 1,522, traffic accidents 39, community policing 66, traffic enforcement stop 66, criminal complaints issued by officers 71, traffic summons issued by officers 30, criminal complaints issued by citizens 13, traffic summons issued by citizens none, detective bureau investigations 30. And for our senior center, I know it's germane, but I help germane with the senior center, and currently our senior center is doing very well. Every time there's a meeting, we get new members in there. We are starting a casino plus trip. We're going to do it one time, see how it works out. So far, everyone that I've talked to has been very interested. Hopefully we can fill the bus. And we're going to also talk about the yard sale. But I'm just asking that whatever resident took our yard sale signs, please bring them back. We're missing 6 yard sale signs. I need them to put them back out again around the town. I had 24, when I picked them up at the end of last year, 6 are missing. If you have them, bring them back, take them to Public Works, drop them off here, wherever, just please bring them back so we don't have to put out more money for new signs. Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'll start out with the Code Enforcement Office report for the month of February. There were 107 CO inspections, 0 smoke inspections, 15 violations found, 22 violations written, 13 abatements, 2 tickets written, 192 yearly rental inspections, 33 yearly re-rental inspections, 3 foreclosures, and 3 resident communications. Ray, thank you for sharing the information about the veterans. I also have a flyer here. The veterans Cameron County veterans are asking that any veteran that's interested in going to the luncheon or becoming a vendor, you do have to register so they know how many people are attending. I have the flyers here if you're interested or know someone that's a veteran. Maybe you want to take a couple of these to see as well. And I'll leave those up here. There is a QR code that makes it pretty easy to register for the event. On March 27th, the Camden County Town Hall meeting is being held at the Gloucester City High School from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you want an opportunity to talk to the county commissioners face-to-face, ask questions about streets, complain about potholes, this is your opportunity at the Town Hall meeting. This month is Women's History Month in American history, and it looks at the accomplishments of women in history. So we say thank you for all the ordinary women that did extraordinary things in our history. We appreciate that. And I just wanted to say this quote, that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. That's from Eleanor Roosevelt. So, you know, I try to empower my daughter as a young lady that she can do whatever it is that she wants to do. Don't be held back by thinking because you're not a man or because you're not this or you're not that you can't do it. A woman can do anything that she puts her mind to. So we appreciate all the women and we salute them for Women's History Month. Also want to say a shout out to Pastor Mike, and he was here for our reorg and did one of the prayers for us. On February the 22nd, they had their first, and what he tells me is going to be among many, first responders breakfast. Commitment has a number of retired police officers at the church. I think there's something like 7 or 8 police officers. They had a men's breakfast and prayer group, and the chief came, a couple of other higher ranking officers, and some patrolmen when they came. They serve breakfast there. It's an opportunity for police to relate to other police officers, and also a time of prayer and covering, because we know that their jobs are, you know, risky ones, right? So I hope that everybody remembers our public officers and our firemen in their prayers at night when we say one. So I just wanted to say a shout out to them for doing that, and hopefully there'll be many more where that's inserted. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. For once, we got a state champion in the new one. Her name is Egypt Boland, and she's the #1 high jumper in the state of New Jersey. We knew it was going to happen, right? So, also at the school board meeting, it's like they were talking about AI, big hype about AI. I don't think so. They're going to do some classes on it to see how it's ethical and how they can teach it, because, you know, the children could just have AI do everything for them. So you're going to see, you know, how they can use it in teaching skills and stuff like that. So they're really interested in that. Also, we can't forget the play that the high school play. It's the Addams Family. That's going to be going from March 27th to March 29th. And also, we're talking about Black History Month. It was well attended, and it was very engaging and entertaining. That's all I have.
Thank you. I'm going to have. Councilwoman Patton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to share a really brief update on our historic preservation efforts in Lindenwold. Over the past month, I met with 5 residents to discuss local history and preservation efforts. We conducted 2 reading sessions on the history of Lindenwold. We completed 1 on-site visit for historical research, and I received 3 community submissions contributing to our archival efforts. As we continue to explore and document Lindenwold's rich history, I welcome anyone interested in contributing or joining our informal study group. We do plan on visiting a local vendor event sponsored by Magnolia Historical Society on April 12th, just as an exploration activity. Please reach out if you'd like to join us there. That's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Councilman Jackson.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'm going to start with some public event dates. I'm not going to give full detail. They will be posted to the borough website as we get them. First, we have April 19th. We will have an Easter egg hunt. June 14th will be the yard sale. June 20th, we will have a movie. July 11th, a concert. July 25th, another movie. August 8th, we will have the car show / concert. And August 22nd, we will have another movie. Moving to seniors, Camden County Senior Citizens Resource Fair will be held Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. This will be at the Carmen St Community Center, 820 Mercer Street, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And lastly, I just want to read, we have a note we got from our senior center. I just want to read it out. It says, to Mayor Roach, Council, and the entire staff of the Borough of Lindenwold, New Jersey. It was approximately 6 months ago you opened the senior center for us to have a more enjoyable and better quality of life. And that is exactly what happened. Although there were a few glitches that needed to be worked out, with your help, things are getting better and better. We truly are grateful for your concern towards us seniors. You went over and beyond in the extension of love with the delicious meal and gifts that were showered on us during the Christmas season. Your loving kindness and caring hearts will never be forgotten. God bless you, the seniors of Lindenwold Senior Center.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Anyone in the public wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and please don't forget to sign in before you leave.
Interior 637 Fifth Avenue. Mayor, I want to know, I got something in the mail for license for my dogs, which I sent back because most of them were deceased. But I want to know, how do you monitor it? Because when you look on the Lindenwold sites, there's people who have 5, 6, 7 dogs, when you're supposed to only have 3. Remember how you took me here and you told me to get rid of my dogs? I said I would leave the town before I got rid of them. So how are you monitoring these people that have all these dogs? So I know they're not registered, so how are you going to handle that? I see one on Elm Street, I see one on 6th Avenue. They're breeding dogs. But you guys don't even monitor. You only go after the people that are not part of your regime that you want to.
Excuse me, Ms. Material.
No, it's all right,
I'm
it's all
not,
time.
Ms. Material.
Because you come after me for everything.
I don't come after you for anything.
You always did. When I had the 6
Mr.
dogs,
Fury,
I had to get rid of my dogs.
Mr.
You got people with 7, 6, 5 dogs, you do nothing. You do nothing.
Anybody else?
Wait, so what is your question, Diane?
How are you monitoring these people?
Okay, so let us answer that, okay? You don't have to digress down the road into the other stuff.
Why not? That's all.
You
You're
shouldn't.
after me.
You shouldn't. So we'll answer that when we get to it.
I don't say you don't have to answer me. I'm gonna start giving addresses so you know exactly where to go.
That's good.
Anyone else in the public?
Yeah, one's at 531 6th Avenue, you've got like 7
Thank you, Mr.
buses.
Fury.
Excuse me?
Thank you. Mr. McGill.
John McGill, 30 Columbia Avenue. I would start out by saying
Still not registered.
how
Until they monitor
great
you
the
guys.
Public Works did this wall
I refuse.
cleanup. They went down my street 3 times, picking up piles, and they did something that I thought was a good idea, but had never been done in the past, was physically go down every curb line. Because all that just runs down the street and into the storm sewers. They went up and down every street, every curb line, whether it was piles or not. They did a wonderful job. Also, while we're talking about veterans tonight, I'm a member of American Legion Riders, American Legion Post 311 in Acton. If you have a family member that was military and passed away, we go and honor former military people at their funerals. We will come to church, we will escort to a funeral, to the cemetery, reach out.
The Legion on Echo Ave?
Yes,
Yeah, I go there all the time. You're there, you remember that?
yes.
Okay,
I used to be with Williams now,
okay.
but I ran into issues there, so we moved out. And it's closer to home. And a good group of guys.
Thank you. Mr. McGill, would you please email me that information so I can put it on the website? So we can, maybe help?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Make sure you take a
And
copy.
thank you for your service, Mr. McGill.
And just one other quick, I know we talked a little bit about still having issues with that 405 Stone Road. They were issued a eviction notice 6 months ago, still there. There's 4 junk cars in the driveway. There's piles of trash everywhere. They recently, their 2 dogs got in one of my neighbor's yard and attacked him. He wasn't bit, but they went after him. I believe both dogs are now gone, but the people are still there. And it's still a nightmare for us in the neighborhood. And it's been going on for a year and a half now. And I think there has to be a resolution that can happen this soon.
Like I told you, I'm going to reach out tomorrow to talk to the officer who's in charge of this situation.
I was told the eviction goes through the county sheriff.
I'm sure it does.
So that they said their hands are tied. It's up to the county
When
sheriff.
she calls you, she gets more response than I do actually, because she's more aggressive than I am when it comes to that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Sandberg, 11 Little Avenue. I'm just curious about 2581, the design for services. I know that it's talking about school safety, but are we looking at putting in, is that for sidewalks or is that for just signage?
Yes, it's the Carlton Street pedestrian safety improvements, which was some sidewalks.
Praise God.
Yes, this is.
I only say that it's my children who
$725,000
have been out of school for, I don't want to age myself, but it's over 10 years. And that's always been a big concern because of the busyness of that street. So I'm very thankful that we got the grant. So thank you for the light.
Believe it or not, I used to walk down that street when I was in high school, taking the bus. We used to have it, we went to Overbrook, so we'd have to go down Carlton, cross over Berlin. The bus stopped at Berlin over by the animal shelter, and in the winter it was pitch black outside when we were walking across there. Yeah.
I remember walking from the other side of the wall, chatting with the ABC.
This is one thing that just, I have to say, this is one thing that this council has been on, is trying to get sidewalks around town. We've done most of the major streets in town, and it's, especially Lower Road, that was a big one. But I'd like to thank both councils for the efforts we put into making sure that our two sidewalks whenever we can. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak?
Good night, 125 South Lakehurst Pike, I'm the manager of Limber Gardens Apartments. Just an inquiry. Governor Murphy just passed an amendment on the fire codes regarding fire extinguishers in units. Now, I know we were made to put them in every single unit. What's the township going to do? Are they going to uphold that thing, or are they going to have us remove them, or what's the thought there? What's the plan?
At the present time, I have to reach out to the fire marshal. I can't make a decision.
Because I bring it to you guys because even though it was put in under the fire marshal's guides, the fire marshal is involved with it. It's your code enforcement that does.
Yes, you do.
So that's why I wanted to get an idea, because
whatever his recommendations are, that's what our code
I
enforcement.
know Tim Shannon years ago, whenever he put in, he didn't want them in there. So he said, because it promotes them wanting to put the fire out. He wants to just get out, not even attempt to put the fire out. So I mean, that's the mindset, I guess, for the governor at this point. You also brought up the mulch situation. Does that include buildings that are brick veneer?
Yes,
If you want a brick veneer building, that's not flammable?
any building.
Okay. And one other thing, just going back to the fire extinguishers, I'm sorry. How do you dispose of them? Because the fire department don't want them, recycling doesn't want them, the scrap people don't want them.
Didn't fire department say they take them?
They won't take them. I've asked them multiple times, they won't touch them.
If they're charged, they can use them when they're in their training drills.
They don't want them. I've asked them several times, they don't want them. So I mean, we're kind of stuck. I've got some that have been decommissioned, they're too old. You know what I mean? And they're sitting up, I got 2,000.
We're gonna get an answer for you and we'll have it for the next meeting.
Okay. All right, thank you. If you need help with the law,
Help you. Yes, Ms. Berger?
I'm sorry, I was listening earlier about that new ordinance. Where will that be filed at? In the agenda about
Which-
for the combustible materials around
That's
homes?
state ordinance.
So how do
Statute,
we as
yes.
homeowners know if we're complying?
It's on just about, it's out just about everywhere.
It's not homes, it's for commercial buildings.
So it's for commercial and not
Commercial, not for
residential?
residential.
Oh, okay.
And rentals.
Sure.
Wait, here's somebody here, it's a little.
I know, it's just about everywhere, so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few quick things. I don't know, oh, you're back. I wanted to start with thanking the police department. I wasn't able to attend, but I gave the Pizza with a Cop event last night. It was a spectacular event, yeah. Pictures look great, so thank you guys for that and all the stuff you do, particularly the community events. I wanted to echo Mr. McGill's comments on LPW. I still say, and will tell everybody, Craig Wells is one of the greatest assets this town has. His whole department is incredible. And then I wanted to echo Ray's comment regarding the South Jersey Land and Water Trust. One more detail I'll add to that is on any of those cleanup events, they offer community service hours for high school students as it's required for graduation. So if you have high school students and they're in need of community service hours and they attend those events, they can get that. Michael Hogan will fill out the paperwork. Last on the cleanup is the Lindenwold cleanup event this year will be April 19th, Saturday, 10 to 12. We as well will offer community service hours for that. Location is TBD. I'm working with Craig on where he feels the hotspot is. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, closing meeting to the public, can I entertain a motion for adjournment, please?
So,
And second?
Second.
All in favor?